And where we wanted to focus our conversation was really around the three pillars that the central bank are pushing down. But actually, we see these three pillars across all industries in Ireland and globally as well. And really, it's a great framework for looking at operational resilience and how you have all the supports and the technology and even the processes and the people in place to really bring about that true operational resilience. So if we were to look at the first point, really to identify and prepare, and what I want to focus on is, I suppose, how Viatel can help and how we have helped in this space. And really, I suppose, the first step that we always take with our credit union opportunities is to identify the critical systems. And this has really changed over the last number of years. And the guys have touched on it in a few of the topics, all about the mergers, the move to the cloud, the new systems that are being put in place. I mean, really, how the world even accesses information has completely changed. We saw some figures there during the week that previously, not even 18 months ago, 2 years ago, the majority of corporate information, about 80% of it was going straight through the corporate network. So the VPNs, the firewalls, and so on. And 20% will go directly out to the internet. Those figures have completely flipped over the last few years. So the traditional way of connecting people to their applications has been turned upside down as well as that. So really what we need to start looking at, and what Viatel took a very conscious decision to look at from 3 years ago, is this concept of modern networks, modern infrastructure, resilience, and security, all built into those, so that we can support our customers on their journey, whether it's remote working, quick and mergers or acquisitions, and that flexibility to change, and then that move to the cloud as well. So for what we're seeing and what we're rolling out in a lot of credit unions is what we call our SD-WAN network. That's a software-defined WAN. And really it provides all of that flexibility, but as well as all of the security, the visibility, and so on, that modern architecture and modern networks need to support your business. And just as Al said, really it's about us as Viatel providing that managed service. So we are experts in this technology. All our engineers are certified, experienced, and not just the engineers, but across the business in the technology. We're very passionate about it, and I could very easily jump into it, but I'm holding back because that's our job. We worry about the technology, so you don't have to. So the likes of Al and all the other managers can just focus on their business of selling more loans, supporting those dreams that Damien was talking about, and leave the technology and that up to Viatel. And of course, what we're seeing as well is a lot of cyber and security. Al mentioned about pen tests, and that probably brings us on to kind of the next point, the respond and adapt, because we will go in and we will help to roll out these networks that are really, suited for your environment and your business. We'll take all of those considerations, but things don't stay the same. And especially from a security perspective, the environment and how that whole security landscape looked, even 6 months ago has completely changed again, and it is constantly evolving. And what we're finding is that we are collaborating more and more with the likes of the NSSLs, the Grey Guards, the Action Points, all of those other people that are supporting your IT, your compliance, your governance, your security, because we all have to work together, because we can't, secure and protect not just you, but your members as well, unless we have that ecosystem of partners that are all working towards the same goal. So what we found in Viatel is that we're collaborating so much more with Progress and all those other guys that we've been speaking to, because as you're doing your business continuity, you're testing out your disaster recovery, our network has to support that. And we're fairly confident, actually, we've gotten very good feedback, in particular on that DR testing, that it's seamless, but we want it to continue that way. We're also very confident in the security, but as I mentioned, things change. So whenever, an NSSL, a Grey Guard, or any of these people do a pen test on the networks and have feedback, we like to think that we're very responsive. we will take the results of the pen test, we will look at it very closely and, with critical eyes as well on what we're providing to you. We'll make those changes if they're necessary, and we will work with you to make sure that you remain secure and compliant. And then I suppose, again, all of these things lead into each other. So we do pride ourselves on having that responsive support. As Al said, this is really coming from everywhere, from the senior management team all the way down to the front end NOC support team. Everybody in Viatel is aware of the importance of the credit unions, not just as our customer, but actually to the communities that you guys support. So we often have knowledge sharing sessions across the business. So when we learn something new, whether it's, and I have an example here of, the VPN to Progress and how important that is as your financial system, that if that VPN goes down for more than 60 minutes, then obviously you're getting more scrutiny from the central bank. So as soon as, we learn that, we share that across the business, all our engineering team, all our support teams, they're all aware of that. And we come up with solutions to make sure that we are able to support you and again, keep your business going. And again, this is an iterative approach. We're never going to stand up here and say we're perfect, that we're going to get everything right, and you'll never have any issues again. But what we can promise you is that we will learn with you. And as we go along, we will evolve to support your business as well. And even on top of that, we're constantly looking ahead as well from the technology perspective. So even where we are now, we've come a long way in the last 3 years with regards to modernizing networks, but it doesn't stop there. The next level is really to start layering on additional security, additional visibility. So you have all the reports that you need to be able to report back to the central bank, or indeed anywhere else, whether it's to your board members and so on, but also then again to keep on top of that security, because those things don't stand still.